America had its first conflict with radical Islamic insurgents in the Philippines in 1899, when they politely asked the Moro people to stop enslaving Christians. U.S. soldiers were used to fighting enemies who would surrender when shot, or at least make some attempt at self-preservation. The Moro swordsmen were different. 38 caliber bullets didn't seem to stop them at all. If anything, they just made them even holier. Soldiers favor the direct approach, so they asked for bigger bullets. But how big exactly? Colonels Thompson and Lagarde performed a series of controversial and morbid tests to determine the stopping power of various cartridges by firing them into hanged human bodies and live cows. After 2 days of tests, they decided that the new 1911 pistol should fire 45 caliber rounds. Now, Thompson later designed a submachine gun, nicknamed the Tommy gun, that fired those same bullets, presumably to defend against attack by 30 to 50 feral cows. In the face of frustration, it's normal to feel anger and disappointment. Receivers are trained to understand and accept these feelings and allow them to flow through their mind unobstructed and out the other side, leaving only clarity and resolve. When fighting in low-light conditions, you can use the Harry's technique. To do this, hold your firearm straight out in front of you with your dominant hand. Then hold the flashlight in your offhand with an ice pick grip, and press the backs of your hands firmly together, with the light facing forwards. This provides some stabilizing isometric tension, allowing you to control recoil more effectively than shooting with one hand alone, though still worse than firing with a two-handed grip. U.S. Marine Colonel Jeff Cooper's first rule of gun safety is that guns are always loaded. Even if you've just unloaded it seconds ago or seen someone else do it, treat it as if it's still. You may know that it's empty, but you must practice your mind tech threading and believe both facts at once. Unless you are currently seeing and feeling that the chamber is empty, the weapon is in a state of quantum uncertainty, controlled by the threat. In that state, if you point it at a kill drone and fire, the threat will collapse that waveform into an empty chamber, leading to a click instead of a bang. If your kid finds the same gun and points it at another kid, the threat will collapse that waveform into a loaded chamber, leading to a bang instead of a click. Never, ever let the threat make this kind of decision for you. Control your breathing as you approach the door, slowly slicing the pie as you go. You're in the fatal funnel now as you move in a semicircle past the door, but don't rush. See everything. Focus beyond that front sight. Let your body aim for you. Breathe. Corners clear. It's time to choose a direction and commit. Left or right? Which way lies victory? Which way death? Only one way to find out. Breathe. Don't dawdle in the doorway. You're a silhouette and that's where the guns are aimed. And sweep the room smoothly to encompass the whole space. It's a difficult thing, but practice makes perfect. Slow is smooth. Smooth is fast. If you pull the trigger and it goes click when it should go bang, you might have a failure to feed malfunction. The magazine failed to feed the next round into the chamber. To solve this problem, you need to smack the magazine to make sure it's firmly in place and the rounds are oriented correctly. Then rack the slide and bang, shoot the target. Tap, rack, bang. Cooper's fourth rule of gun safety is to know your target and what is beyond it. Bullets can penetrate a lot farther than most people think. How many interior sheetrock walls do you think a typical 9mm bullet will go through? 1? 2? More like 20. In a typical gunfight, more shots miss than hit, but all bullets end up somewhere. Unless you live alone in a rural area, there is no pistol or rifle that won't put your family and neighbors at risk. Even hollow point rounds often miss or fail to expand. The safest choice for an effective internal home defense weapon in a populated area is a pump-action shotgun loaded with a small buckshot or large birdshot. When performing at a peak condition, often the deciding factor is mental state. Ideas have a form and a weight. When you become dedicated to an idea, it takes on a new dimension. It becomes denser, tougher to move, intractable. This tenacious stubbornness is required to become a receiver.
Hello. I'm recording a YouTube video. Oh, jeebus. Shots left before I reload. Not right now. What time is it? 3? Probably should, but I'm not sure if you could save your game. There we go.
Receivers know that the biggest predictor of success is true grit. The ability to maintain
Your progress will be saved.
resolve in
Okay,
the
let me
face of
just,
adversity. The only way to develop this trait is through practice.
Hmm? 2, I believe. There's also an achievement for popping 3 balloons in one shot. What is... Oh yeah, I got it.